Hey everyone, it's Temi Siyanbade here, Houston-based attorney and host of Ask Temi Live, where we discuss the best ways to establish your business, protect your name, and keep your profits. Listen, I know that you are dedicated to building your business and your brand, and I'm dedicated to helping you protect them. I'm in the business of helping people protect what they create. And so the question for today is, do I really need business insurance if I have an LLC? Or vice versa, do I really need an LLC if I have business insurance? Right? So isn't that a fun question? You're like, Tammy, you're talking about insurance and LLCs. Fun is not exactly what I would think when I describe these things. Okay, so maybe not fun, but important. And the reason why I decided to answer this question today is that I get this asked. I usually have people who have one or the other and think that because they have one, they don't need the other one. So let's dispel that myth today, okay? Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to give two disclaimers. Remember, this is me educating you. This is Teacher Temi. I used to be an educator before I became an attorney, so this is really me in teacher mode. And so you're not my client until or unless you sign a contract with me and you meet up with me. So this is just education. The second thing that I wanted to put out there is I wanted to make sure that you realize I'm also not an insurance professional, and I have no plans, no interest in becoming one. This is me just trying to help you out. This is just me again, Teacher Temi hat. Like, let's talk about this. Let's understand what we are navigating. Okay. And so to that end, I want us to start off with the fundamentals as to what insurance is and what this business insurance is, right? So business insurance is essentially what you obtain when you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself from unexpected events, because life happens. So what might those unexpected events be? It might be an accident. It might be injury. It might be a natural disaster, and it might be a lawsuit, right? And we're gonna come back and circle back to the lawsuit element, but those are some of those things that happen. Additionally, you might find yourself in places where you're getting a contract, and that contract requires a certain level of insurance. So maybe you're trying to lease a space for your business. In leasing that space for your business, you might find that you're required to have a certain level of insurance. So that's what that is. And you might see that there are different types of business insurance. So there might be property insurance. So that's protecting the property, right? There might be key man insurance. So that means if there's an important person or employee or you in the business, you have insurance to step in if something were to happen, right, to one of you. Do you have general insurance over the business as a whole, right? Those are the different things. And for people like me, there's malpractice. So doctors, lawyers, if there's a mistake that occurs, do you have insurance that's going to protect you? Right? Now, the insurance is great for those things. And I really think of I think of insurance generally as a cushion. Like when life happens, something to soften the fall, right? So it's funds to allow your business to continue on so that you're not completely strapped, so that you're not completely hurt. And if you drive, you understand that you have auto insurance. If a car accident happens, your insurance kicks in so that you're still able to move. If you need to get your car fixed, it's not as debilitating as it would have been without the insurance. So insurance is really, really, really important. I don't want us to forget that. When my clients come in, I tell them that they need to make sure they get insurance and that they look into it. So I'm telling you now with my teacher hat that that's something for you to look into because it's important. All that being said, business insurance is not enough. Remember I said I was going to circle back to the lawsuits element? Well, let's do that right now. So we're in a really litigious, that means lawsuit happy time. People like to sue folks, right? And all the stuff that I do on this channel is really preventative measures. I really talk a lot about things that you can do on the front end because I don't want you to have to be in a bind if you find yourself in these situations. But people like to sue folks. And one of the things insurance can't do is insurance cannot shield your personal assets from your business assets. It doesn't create that separation. So if something happens and money is needed and they need even more, there is nothing that stands as a wall between them accessing what you own personally. That's where the LLC comes in, and corporation and other limited liability entities. But I'm not going to go into that too much details. Let's focus on the LLC. Anything that has limited liability steps in there and creates this separation. So the LLC is really powerful for lawsuits. It allows there to be a line drawn. You know how I said the insurance is like a cushion? Well, the LLC is like a shield. It's protecting you and your personal assets and separating that from your business assets so that if life is happening and things occur, your personal money, your personal belongings are not on the line. It's only what you've limited to the business. All right. Now, it's one thing to get the LLC, then you have to maintain it. And to make sure you maintain the LLC so you have that separation, you actually have to keep things separate, like separate accounts, separate documentation. All right. All of that is important to make sure your shield stays strong. Okay. So, summary of all of this is you do really need both. Yeah, you need both. Okay. It's going to be all right. We're here to help you. There's some insurance professionals who are going to help you get the right insurance that you need for your business, right? And there are tons of attorneys, right? And if you're wondering what are the next steps that you need to take, I would say the first thing is to schedule a consultation with someone. You can schedule a consultation with me. That's the most customized, personalized time that you're able to have with me. And it's the first step for anyone who is interested in becoming my client. The consultation doesn't make you my client, but it is that first step. The second thing that you could do, if you're trying to kind of navigate certain things, I do have an e-course. Now, I don't talk about business insurance in the e-course that much. It really is about business and brand protection, but that might be something that you're interested in looking into. I will put a link to that in the description box below. And then third, you can sign up for our free checklist. It's the Level Up Your Business and Brand Checklist, and it allows you to understand the different steps I take my clients through when they are starting their businesses and the different things I tell them to consider and think about, because I want you to start thinking like a lawyer, okay? All right, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you found this video valuable. Let me know in the comment section below, right? Like, is this helpful? Do you have any follow-up questions and things like that? Additionally, follow us on social media. The handles are the same, TOS Legal. It's also the website, www.toslegal.com, where you can find out more about the law firm, find out more about what we do, and how we support our clients. That is all I have for you today. It's been real. I hope life doesn't life too hard for you, except for all in the positive ways. But just in case it does, make sure you have your LLC and your insurance. All right, that's all for today. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.